Hi, I know it's been a little while since I've done a video on where I'm up to with my Kickstart, but so that's why I've kind of decided I think now is probably a good time, better than ever, to give a little bit of an update. So that's what I'll kind of be talking about in this video. Something has actually been appointed to me which was actually never planned, because it kind of just came up out of nowhere. Before I get into how I got the job and things like that, I thought I'd give a brief explanation of who they are and how we work with them. They are a careers-based hub in Liverpool city centre, and they basically inspire young people about their futures. And with the help of Regenda, who I work for, together the companies have created a really lovely coffee shop, which has created a really lovely environment for young people to go to and discuss what they want to do with the future. They focus their programmes onto young people who may have run into some barriers regarding employability, such as care experienced young people. The cafe also is a safe space for young people to meet up with their social workers or support workers to discuss what matters most. It also helps anybody who has struggles with employability, especially during COVID. And one day I was asked to just go down to Thrive with one of my bosses and kind of just see Thrive, as it is a partner that Regenda works with, so obviously it's one of them things I've got to go see for myself. And we got into a discussion about the interactive career sessions and how Sarah, the founder and director of Thrive, wanted the sessions to be hosted by a young person, as they felt like it would be a little bit more interactive, and obviously they work with young people, so it's nice if the sessions are hosted by one. Thrive gets in touch with people who are in like different business industries, from musicians to photographers to NHS workers. The range is so big. They talk about their journey of how they got there, and there's a chance to ask any questions at the end. So if you're interested or just curious about that type of career path, it's really interesting. So as I had a conversation with Sarah, within a few minutes we'd exchanged details and we were kind of setting it up for the next session, which was in like a week or so. And within the next day I was actually in touch with Rich, emailing him about the next session, and Rich was the one who was before me previously hosting the sessions. As I mentioned as well, there was actually a career session the next week, so at that session I actually sat in with Rich and watched how he hosted, made a few notes, took any advice, and basically just watching how he actually led the session. So at the next session he sat in with me and I hosted it, but he just sat there making sure if I needed anything, any problems, I could ask him very quickly, so the session didn't crumble and fall. So he was very supportive because he just sat there and made sure I was alright. It slowly became more responsibility on my behalf, so the first week I did it by myself, he sat in with me and recorded it for me, the session, and then the week after, once he'd gone over everything with me again, he kind of just left me to it and guided me in the right way. Obviously didn't just abandon me, but making sure I was obviously comfortable enough to host it by myself. Another task that I had, which was quite a big task of mine, was looking into our competitors' social media, and just did like a lot of feedback towards TLF on like their social media and what was really good about it, what needed improvement, as like a fresh set of eyes so I could give really honest feedback about the social media pages. I was also invited to a conversation between our Metro Mayor Steve Rotherham and our Youthquake learners at the TLF campus. Youthquake is a traineeship programme which is being delivered on behalf of the Good Business Festival, which is coming later this year. So as I said, I was asked to sit in, and the learners told Steve all about their project and asked any questions, and in return he just gave them guidance and any answers that he could help out with. In my Kickstart, I've been asked to get involved with anything pretty much to do with the Good Business Festival, so that's why I was asked along to the conversation.